Hello everyone, and welcome to another travel video that I rarely do. And for this video, I'm gonna share about our experience staying in a private island resort in Maldives. And what is exactly a private island resort? So basically, it's one of the most popular accommodation types that you can find in Maldives. And what it means is that there's only one resort on one island itself, so you don't have to share the island with anyone, cause it's one of the more expensive ones. It's popular because you are just on the island by yourself with other guests. There's no different other people, so it's like a very idyllic type of getaway and type of holiday. So there are many different private island resorts in Maldives with different pricing and different themes and different hotels. But for us, we stayed in a resort called You and Me by the Cocoon Collection, mainly because we were looking for a room with a slide into the water, and basically this is like one of the rare few islands resorts that offer this, so we went with this. And of course, another thing about this resort is that it's a sort of adult only resort, meaning that this resort is only catering to only adults, no children's allowed, which is the second reason that we like this resort, and we chose this resort in the end because it's just two of us. So we stayed a total of 4 days and 3 nights in this resort, and basically we went with the full board option, meaning that all our daily food are covered from breakfast, lunch and dinner at any of the restaurants. We can just order anything and they will provide us with it's included in the charge. And we spent about I think it's 700 US, close to 700 USD per night. So basically, if you don't, you can still pay for anything extra, for example special alcohol or special food like wagyu beef or lobster. But if you don't want, basically you can just stay within this budget and have all your meals covered. Getting to your private island resort in Maldives is an experience by itself. So depending on how far is your resort from the international airport, you either need to take the seaplane or a ferry. But for us, because our resort is located quite far north actually from the international airport, we had to take a 45-minute seaplane journey to our resort. So as the name suggests, seaplanes are planes that can land on sea and take off from the sea. And basically what happened to us was that after we land at the international airport, basically they have someone waiting for us, a card with our name that we need to follow. Then this person, who is a representative of the resort, will then transfer us to the seaplane terminal, where we have to wait to take the seaplane. So what's interesting is that because I think ours is quite a mid-tier resort, we have a lounge to ourselves while waiting for seaplane. So basically what happens is that the seaplane will not just transport you, it will also transport guests from different resorts as well. And one thing important to note is that the seaplane cost is actually not covered as part of a resort booking, so you have to pay extra to the seaplane company because it's a different company, I guess, and because it's run independently. So we had to pay about 450 USD per person, which totals up to 900 USD for 2 people to get a seaplane seat and to fly to our resort via a seaplane. But one thing good about a seaplane is that the views are nice during the flight. I mean, it's an experience by itself. The seaplane can only fit 10 people, I think, at most. And it's just a 45 minutes of looking at the very, very pristine sea and the islands as you fly there. So next up is our room. So like I mentioned, our room is quite special because we have a slide into the water. But I'm quite surprised and pleasantly surprised that the room quality is actually not too bad for the price that we are paying. So basically there's one bedroom portion where there's a bed and other amenities located, and another portion where the toilet is, and there's also a balcony. So I guess for private island resorts, the balcony that's overlooking the sea is something that is very highly sought after, and what makes the Maldives experience. This is what you usually see online or through social media or whatnot when you Google Maldives. So you get a private room to yourself. The room is actually air conditioned. There are fans, but it's actually air conditioned because the weather can get quite hot as well. And basically there's this one long bridge through the sea. You need to walk to get to your room. Room is quite comfortable, I would say, and because we're on the full board option, there's also drinks provided for us in the room, and it's quite relaxing. Technically, if you want, you can just spend the whole day in your room just overlooking the sea, or sit at the balcony and just admire the view without doing anything. And they also provide life jackets, for example, so if you ever want to swim directly from your room, go for a dive, you can actually do that. So very, very convenient. It's comfortable as well with air condition too. Next, I'm going to be talking about the food. So each resort has different food options depending on where you're staying. But for you and me, they have like several different restaurants options available. And because we're on full board, technically you can just walk into any of these restaurants during meal times and just order whatever you want from the menu, and it's included to your cost unless you order something premium. So for you and me, there's a main restaurant where we have our breakfast. So I guess this is the where you get all your usual Western food and like all your cooked food. There's another one for lunch that opens specifically for lunch, also mostly Western food with some fusion food, and two other more like I would say special restaurants, which are one is the Italian one, which is, I mean, like I said, they serve pastas and pizzas. It's actually quite nice. It's actually quite nice. And there's also another, what do you get, teppanyaki restaurant, a Japanese fusion teppanyaki restaurant. That this one you need to book together with the Italian restaurant. You technically need to book, but we didn't have any trouble booking a slot. Usually it's open. There's also several seatings available, 2 seatings actually, and basically if you are bored of the food at the main restaurant, you can try out Italian food and the Japanese food. For us, our personal favorite is the Italian food because it feels very authentic, and I think the chef himself is an Italian. He looks like an Italian, and the food is very flavorful, and the portions are good as well. And because, I mean, like I said, we went with a full board, you can also order alcohol drinks to go together with your food at no cost unless you go for the premium ones. There's also a bar at the resort, basically serving alcohol, I mean like just your usual alcoholic drinks, cocktails, beer and whatnot, and it's also included in our full board option. So whenever we felt like it, or whenever we want to chill, we'll just go to the bar and have a drink and just look at the sea. So it's quite not too bad technically under the full board option, because you get a variety of food covered under what you're paying. Of course, there's you and me has a special fine dining restaurant called H2O, which we didn't try because it's about 200 to 300 USD extra per pax, and we didn't want to spend the extra money on the restaurant, so we went with the default option that is covered under our full board. But overall, I would say that the food quality is not too bad, and we really didn't get bored of the food offerings available. And yeah, I would say that the food, I mean, for 4 days 3 nights it was okay lah. I'm not sure if we stayed longer if we get bored by the food, but we did enjoy the food options and the alcohol options as well. Okay, so the next thing we're going to talk about are the activities. So different resorts have different activities, but of course, being in Maldives, the most popular one will be the water activities, and you and me is no different. I'm just going to split it into 2. One is the free activities that you don't have to pay extra for, and the paid activities. So I'm just going to start with the paid one first. So before going to the resort, when we are doing our research, we were actually interested in 2 paid activities. So both are excursions. One was to a local island, and the other was like a fish tour, so you get to like see dolphins and whatnot through a boat. But unfortunately, what we didn't know is that these activities were dependent on the interest from the other guests as well. So because you have to share boat with other people, you have to have a minimum requirement of guests that want to go on these activities. So we didn't manage to go on these 2 activities, mainly because no one was interested in these 2 activities while we stayed. So what we did end up paying for the different activities is that first was the spa treatment. So like many resorts, there's a spa on site in the resort itself, and this spa is outside in the sea. So for the first time in my life, I got to experience a jacuzzi that's right by the sea. Very idyllic, very pretty, and it's really, you can see the big blue sea at the jacuzzi. The spa room itself is also, they have this small little window that when you're being massaged or enjoying the spa treatment, you can see fishes swimming down below as well. So that was quite a unique experience. We paid about 200 plus USD for a couple, and I think it's quite unique and I really quite enjoy it. The next paid activity that we did was just kayaking. So both of us are not really confident swimmers, so we didn't go for any of the snorkeling or diving activities which the resort offered. But yeah, because it was not up our alley, so we didn't choose to go there. So for kayaking, it's just a very short half an hour, 1 hour type of activity. So we got to sit on a kayak and just kayak close to the island on a transparent boat where we get to see again the sea and the fishes below. So again, it's something that we've done before, but kayaking in Maldives is always a new thing lah. And lastly, the third activity that we did was coral planting. So yeah, I know many people will have a lot of things to say about this, but for me, I think my preference is to just choose to believe what the resort tells us, but and at the same time I also believe that any good done, no matter how small, no matter how small it seems, it's still good being done, whether it's effective or not, because it encourages people to keep doing it. So yeah, so we went for coral planting. Basically what happens is that you pay a certain amount of money to adopt some corals. So these corals, you will be able to tie them to a structure, and then together with the on-site marine biologists, yes, they actually have a marine biologist in the resort itself. So yes, that's one another good thing that is happening. So you get to go out to the sea together with marine biologists with the corals that you adopted and put them to the sea, sort of like a coral reforestation, something like that. Of course, with the ongoing climate change and everything, there's always a question of whether your corals will survive and things like that. But I guess by still supporting these activities, they are incentivized to keep your corals surviving. So I guess that's something that we wanted to try. And yeah, so these are the 3 activities that we paid for during our stay, and actually I find them quite enjoyable, despite them not being the activities that we originally planned for. Of course, it's a bit disappointing because we want to try something different. Spa and kayaking are something that we have tried before and we are familiar with. Of course, we can't forget about activities that are complimentary or free. I call them free because you don't have to pay extra for it, and you can just do whenever and wherever you want. Swimming, for example, is definitely the most popular activity, because one of the perks of staying in a private island resort like you and me is that you can swim all around the island without having to worry about like permission or whatnot. So you can technically swim from a room. Our room is especially good because we have that slide, so we did slide down the slide and into the open water, and you can just swim from a room. Of course, there are different beaches around the island as well, all also open to guests. You can access anytime you want. You can just go there and just take a dip or just swim around to see the fishes, see the corals. And one thing good that I like about you and me is that they provide complimentary snorkel masks and flippers, so you don't have to rent them. It comes free with all room stays. So basically you can just take those snorkel masks and just like go around the island wherever you want. You can get to see corals. Definitely the waters are very clear, I would say that. Of course, due to the presence of the island resort, climate change, you would see many dead corals lah. So you have to just be prepared for that. But we did get to see some fishes. I mean, those fishes really swim very, very close to you, and it's quite an amazing experience. So I've never got to swim so close to the fishes before. But if you want to see more alive corals and more fishes ecosystem, you have to go further, and that requires you to take a boat out and pay extra. So those are at a cost. Other free activities include those that you can basically expect from an island. There are a lot of sun tanning chairs available, so you can just like lace around those chairs. There are hammocks too for the entire day, maybe reading a book, maybe just suntan, and you can just do that. If your room has a balcony, you also can do that and just enjoy the view. On top of that, the island also provides certain events, organizes certain events on like a consistent basis. So every night they have different themed, I think I would call them club, sort of beach club or music or DJ or something like that. So at the bar every night they will play, there's a DJ coming, and on some special occasions, for example weekend nights, you have like DJ playing music and just dance around. Because it's an adult only resort, no complaints, you can just do that. Another activity that we participated in, which was quite interesting, takes place on a Sunday evening, was like a cocktail session, complimentary cocktail session with the management. So basically what happened is that there's a team, during our stay the team was white, so everyone has to come in white clothes. Then you get to know who are the people managing the resort. So even the highest position of the resort person came down as well, introduced herself and the team, and basically you can mingle with them, and they serve you complimentary cocktail and snacks. So I thought that was quite interesting. So yeah, these are some of the free activities that you can do. Of course, you can walk around the island as well, just enjoy the sight and sounds. All these things don't need you to pay extra. You can also go to the bar and just sit down. There are some board games too in this resort that you can play. I think there's a gym as well. Yes, there's also a gym which we didn't really get to use because we are not very big gym fans. But there's also like a free complimentary yoga lessons for the ladies. Last but not least, of course, I have to talk about the service level of the resort, and I would say that You&Me offers quite an impeccable service from the moment you land until the moment that you leave the resort. So from the moment you land at the international airport, as I said, there will be someone who is guiding you all the way up to the seaplane, and when you reach the resort, there will be a guest officer that's assigned to you. So you get the guest officer's name, and if you have any questions or you want to participate in any activities, or even to arrange your daily meals, for example dinner or lunch at any of the restaurants that need booking, you can reach out to this guest officer. So it was quite a pleasant experience. So the guest officer was very responsive and was very willing to entertain a lot of our requests, which we very appreciated. So it's very nice, and even throughout the different staff, throughout the different facilities also, they were quite attentive, and we don't really have any complaints regarding the service level. I mean, I guess because this is like a mid-tier resort and they really try to cater to your request provided within logical means, and also to make your stay as pleasant as possible. So in conclusion, this is our experience staying at You&Me, a private island resort in the Maldives. I think if I could rate it, I would rate it an 8 out of 10. Mainly 8 out of 10 because of some of the activities that we missed, but overall it was quite a great stay. Food quality was good, food selection was good, service level was good. There was enough varied activities to keep us entertained. Cause for us being there 4 days 3 nights, I think it was just nice. I mean, I could have stayed one more night, but technically I don't need to, and I got to experience most of the things that we wanted to experience, and it was quite very beautiful, and I think the money paid was worth it. I mean, yes, it's quite a premium price. I would still say it's mid-tier because from our research there are like a lot, resorts that are a lot more expensive than what we are paying for, which is around 700 USD per night. But overall, from service level, from the food, from the enjoyment, we did feel quite relaxed after that. And technically, I think this resort is very fitting for people who are on honeymoon, or if you want to make a proposal, or you just want to hang out with friends, not with families. So overall, it's very great, 8 out of 10 as I said, and I would really recommend it if you are someone who want to just loosen up, relax, and if you don't have children yet and you want something that's slightly different. So I hope this video helps in case you ever want to consider staying in a what is it like to stay in a private island resort, and also specifically You&Me by the Cocoon Collection in the Maldives. So yeah, if you like this video, please like, and if you want to subscribe also. But yay, thank you, and hopefully I'll get to make more travel videos if my wallet allows me.